Hey guys, it's Lisette here. Don't you love it when you're about to go somewhere or you're about to do something and your nail breaks? Because that is me. I was doing my makeup, I picked up my makeup palette, and as I'm picking up the palette, my nail literally just like popped off. And so now I have one nub and the rest are long. Anyways, I wanted to do another girl talk video because you guys seem to really like them. So for this girl talk, I wanted to give the theme sort of like of things that your parents haven't told you about, or like things that you haven't talked to your parents about, just because these topics really need to be talked about in my opinion, and sometimes it's kind of uncomfortable or it's weird to talk to your parents about it. Or maybe you don't have both parents, like I only grew up with my mom and I didn't grow up with my dad. So you know, sometimes you don't feel comfortable or you just don't have the opportunity. But if your parents or someone that you know has told you these things, then that is great. That is good for you. But I just want to give you guys some advice that I think could be helpful, maybe have some questions about it, and I just want to let you know. I also want to mention that this girl talk video is PG-13 and up. So if you're young, and oh my gosh, I had someone on my last girl talk video and she was like, what's a period? And I was like, girl, if you don't know what a period is, why are you clicking on a video that is talking about periods? Please, if you are younger, you know, you're not really into boys and stuff, then you shouldn't really watch this video. I would click out. But if you're around my age, a little younger, then you can continue to watch this video. But I just want to let you guys know I am 20. I am turning 21. If you're like 7 and 8, this may not be the video for you. You actually don't need parental consent to get birth control. You don't need your parents to go with you. You don't need your mom to sign off on anything. You can go and you can get birth control on your own, but assuming that you're under your parents' insurance, if you're a minor, then you most likely would have to use their insurance, and they would get a bill potentially in the mail, and it would say that you're at the doctor's office, or you can go to like a clinic or areas that don't take insurance and you're self-pay. You can pay for it yourself and you don't actually have to tell your parents that you're on birth control, if that's what you want to do. In some states in the US, you can actually get birth control through apps. They don't have that in Florida. I thought that was really cool. But you can go on certain apps and certain websites and you can get your birth control and you can get it shipped to you. And I think some sites even have it for free with certain like requirements, and you can just literally order your birth control online. If you're sexually active and you're seeing someone, or you're seeing maybe just you're having fun, I don't know, always bring a condom with you. Like as the female, bring the condom. And like some people may say, oh well, like that's the guy's responsibility, he should have the condoms. No, the guy would be like, oh, I don't have one. It's funny because you won't even take that chance. You'll just be like, oh, well, you know, actually, and then you just whip it out. And so they can't make up an excuse, or they can't lie, or they can't just not have it, because that's important for you to keep your body clean, especially if you don't know him super well and you don't know if you guys are going to be exclusive in the future and, you know, anything like that. It's always good to just bring your own and be safe. I believe I read online somewhere in an article that you need to be checked for STDs at least once a year. That's like the minimum, but some STDs don't show up. Some don't have symptoms that you would recognize. So it's always good to be tested and to have your partner be tested, especially if you're just kind of like in that phase in your life where you're having fun and you just have some hookups. You really do need to get tested, because that is how you catch things. And especially if they're not showing symptoms, that doesn't mean that you can't catch it. I also read this other article where they were talking about tampons and like pooping. Apparently you should be changing your tampons after you go number 2. You should be changing your tampons after you poop, after, however you want to call it, feces. I mean, I don't know. Just, you should be changing your tampon because it's like that string and just the way you wipe, like if you're not being super clean and super careful, if any of that like fecal matter gets into your tampon and it gets like up in there, then you can get a serious infection, and it's just safe to just clean everything out and like change everything. So you use the bathroom, you can like wash up, and then you can like insert a new tampon. I wanted to mention this, I'm not really sure where it fits in, but if there's a car that's following you, don't go home. You know, like this has actually happened to me and my sister before, and like we've been in the car and there's been like a car that's literally following us, like they're tailgating you, they won't leave you alone, they keep going through every turn that you go through, and they follow you for like multiple minutes, where it's like, dude, we're not going to the same place, you're being weird, you're following me, I switch a lane, you follow me in the same lane. If someone's following you, or you're in a situation like anything similar like that, where you're in a really creepy situation when you're in your car, you need to drive to a public place, and you also need to call the police. Stuff like that is really serious and it's really creepy, so if you ever find yourself in a situation like that, that's what you need to do. I feel like I even go through this, and I feel like we just make boys in relationships, and like whoever you're into, like girls, boys, whatever, but we just make it so difficult, but it's actually really simple. If someone's not giving you the time of day and is not making an effort to see you and talk to you, and the feeling is not mutual with that, then you're wasting your time. I was talking to this one guy, and he would take forever to text back. He would never answer my calls, and I'm just like, dude, like, you're not interested in me. And then randomly he'd be like, hey, in super engaging conversation, then he's like, hey, do you want to go out? And so it's like, if you only want to talk to me during certain times in your life and certain times of the day and certain times of your week, that's not good enough for me. That's what you call someone playing games. If someone really wants to talk to you and someone really likes you, someone's really vibing with you, they are going to make time to see you, they're going to make time to text you, they're going to make time to just give you some time. It literally takes, you know how quick it takes to respond to a text? I'm gonna show you. They would make the effort, but they're not, so they're not worth your time. Girls, everybody downstairs looks different. Sometimes it's darker, sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's dark on the outside, sometimes it's light on the inside, sometimes it's dark only on the edges. Everybody's cooch looks different, and that's okay. It's not anything to be ashamed about. This makes me ugly, like this, someone's gonna reject me because it's darker. It's really not a big deal, and if it's really something that bothers you, there are sort of like bleaching. I don't want to really use that word bleaching. It's like lightening products that are safe. Nothing where it's like going to turn you like from me to white. It'll just be products that you apply onto those specific areas that help to lighten it over time. You don't have to be hairless if you don't want to. It's really up to you. It's not up to your partner. It's up to you. If you don't want to shave, you don't have to shave. If you want to be bald, then you can be bald. It's completely up to you, and if someone has a problem with that, then they're really not a good person to be with, because if something that small is going to affect their day that much, then that's a problem. I really don't want to talk about virginity too much, because I know that it can be very touchy for some people, but I just want to say that you should lose your virginity whenever you feel fit for it. Whenever you feel ready, whenever you feel like, okay, like I'm ready to make this change in my life. Personally, for me, I just feel like if you're questioning and you're saying, well, should I sleep with him? Like, do I feel like I'm ready? Then you're not ready. You're not. You're questioning it. You have a little bit of doubt. If you have doubt, don't ever do anything that you don't want to do. That kind of goes into the next topic of peer pressure. You guys wanted me to talk about peer pressure in my last girl talk video, but the thing is, peer pressure only has power if you give it power. Like, if you're surrounded by people that obviously are doing things that you don't like, You know, they're drinking, you don't like to drink. They're smoking weed, you don't like to smoke weed. And they're pressuring you to do things that you don't want to do. The first issue, in my opinion, is that you're surrounding yourself with people that don't have the same ideals as you as a person. So if you like really don't want to smoke weed, right? And your best friend is like, just try it, it's so fun, like just try it. Like, why don't you want to try it? Like, you're being lame. That's so stupid. If you're having someone that's close to you that just won't respect the fact that you said you just don't want to, you just don't like it, or you think it smells, or whatever reason, then why are they your friend? I saw on Instagram like a couple weeks ago of this picture of a pair of underwear, like women's underwear, and then it was like, if your underwear doesn't look like this at the end of the day, then you're not a woman. And it was like spotless underwear that was completely like perfectly washed, perfectly like untouched. And everyone was freaking out in the comments because they're like, dude, this isn't normal. Like, that's not normal for your underwear to look like perfect like that at the end of the day. As a female, your body cleans itself from the inside out, and you get discharge, and most likely you get some amount of discharge out of your vagina, and that's normal, and that's what is supposed to happen. Keeps everything clean, and it's just a normal thing. But when your discharge starts to turn colors, then that's when there's a problem. Like when it's like yellowish, or it turns green, or it looks like there's blood in it or something, like that's when you need to go to the doctor to get checked out. Well, that's the end of this girl talk video. I hope that you guys liked this video and that you learned something. Leave all of your knowledge in the comments down below so we can learn from each other. If you like this video, then please make sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!